Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Bengals coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
And Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game. Although, not that long ago, they had a stretch where they were in the playoffs seemingly every year, but couldn't win a playoff game. Now they've gotten that done, they're back in the Super Bowl. And remember, 2 Super Bowl appearances in their history, number 16 and 23. Unfortunately, both times they ran into Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, the LA Rams, they are back in the Super Bowl for the second time in 4 years. Remember, they lost Super Bowl 53 to the Patriots in Atlanta 13-3. But here they are trying to be the second team in 2 years after Tampa Bay last year to win the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
And we go back to that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, and remember, they were an offensive juggernaut at that time, but only put up 3 points in that game. And they have been a little bit of a tough team to pin down over the last few years. They've had their shares of ups and downs, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but they've always had that great defense, and they're looking to ride that crew to a Super Bowl crown.
Underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pump.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. Trey Hendrickson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique.
10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being... And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Rams are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, here's Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 11. There he goes, left side. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older.
So that a good outcome for Sean McVay as the challenge is successful. On second down, here's Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase there to make the grab. And the Bengals are on the board here in this Super Bowl. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness, and there's no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a lob, not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there.
And the Rams got
super huge, maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long half.
But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I love the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Burrow's thrown into the hands of Sample. And some room to work. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Some of them could move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd there to make the grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
Catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Touchdown, Allen! Tyler Higbee, 40 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Circle that drive because because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab.
Daddy set to take over once again. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald, his second sack of the night.
That's a second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Burrow looking to pass. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. And the Bengals on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown this Super Bowl. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, a good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, Akers. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yards.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Bengals are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep...
Inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzoma. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eye-level. 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzoma there to make the grab. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run.
The end zone now for a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Burrow in the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now the biggest extra point of this man's life. And it is good, and his guys have taken the lead in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 1. 37 seconds to go. A field goal wins the Super Bowl, but work to do here on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. And this is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Bengal Nation rejoice! Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.